Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Coxie1979 and this is going to be part 8 of our first person tutorial series using Unity 5. Where we left off last time, we made our minigun shoot out a raycast that when it hits our enemy it applies damage, which at the moment is set to 100 and our enemy's health is set to 100, so it kills him with one shot and makes him disappear. So that's basically it. That's pretty cool. But what we're going to do now is I think we're going to animate this minigun today because I've already started. So yeah, that's definitely what we'll do. I was going to do a crosshair, but I think we'll leave that till the next tutorial in number 9. So what I've basically done is if you click on your minigun like that and then right click and just go create empty. I've called my empty game object spinning, just spinning, and inside spinning is everything that I want to animate and I want to spin on my minigun. So I'll put it on side view, you'll be able to see it a bit better. So I've selected like the barrel, and then this barrel's red tip I've actually put as a child of the barrel, so I can just click them all as one, but you don't need to do that. And then I've just included the 3 cylinders going across the barrel like that. So that is basically all we need. So make sure you have your barrels and the red tips and then just the 3 cylinders inside the spinning, and make sure it's attached to the minigun. So then when you click on spinning, you'll see it highlights all the barrels, the red tips and the 3 discs that we have going along the barrel like that. Alright, so what we're going to do is go to animation. We're going to create a new animation and we're going to call it minigun. Oops, what's going on there? Caps lock. Call it minigun spin. Holy shit. Minigun spin for the 3rd time. Lucky. Yep, I think we got it. Minigun spin, and we'll save that. And now we're in our animation window and we are ready to rock and roll. So what we're going to do, we'll go to add property, transform rotation because we just want to spin it, and for 0 I think we will change this to maybe like 180, and then for the last one I think we'll change it to about 920, and we'll just test out how fast this is going to be. Okay, so that's our minigun spinning, and it is spinning to the left, which I don't really want it to be spinning to the left. Is it spinning to the left? Hang on, let's get a behind view. Yes, it's spinning to the left. We want it to be spinning the other way, I believe. A minigun spins to the right, so stop the animation, click back on that, change that to a -180. So the first one is going to be -180 and the second one is going to be -920. Now click back on the start and we'll see, and now it's rotating the right way. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that speed. I don't want to spin too fast. You can make it spin fast if you want. Just change that to like 1080 or whatever you want, as fast as you want it to go basically, and it'll spin faster. But I'm happy with that for now. I'm not going to muck around for too much. Going to go back to our project and we're going to get rid of the animator controller because we're not going to use that. Also click up here on the spinning, get rid of the animator, and we're going to add an animation. So make sure you got the animation. Click off play automatically. Now we want to click on this minigun animation we just made. We want to go up here, this drop down menu, debug, click on legacy, back to the drop down menu, normal, click back on spinning, and then put this animation in there. We won't change the wrap mode, we'll just see how it goes. I think default should be fine. I'll click back on spinning here and add component, and we'll add a script, new script, and we'll call it just call it minigun, then we know exactly what it's for. Make sure it's on JavaScript here, JavaScript, and create an add. This is just exactly the same as just right clicking down here, creating a new JavaScript. The only difference is when you actually do it on this object, this is the object we want the script to be on, so it automatically puts the script we're going to type out on the object, but it still puts it down here as well. Yeah, so that's the only difference. It's quite handy to do it this way. It's a good habit to get into, to actually make sure it's you start typing it on the actual object that you want to use it on, so you don't forget to put it on. Alright, so now we're going to write a script to say that when we push the left mouse button down, we want it to spin, and when we take our finger off the left mouse button, we want it to stop spinning. So if input dot get mouse button down, and it was mouse button 0, open and close curlies, then we want to get component dot animation, and don't forget open and close parentheses after animation, dot crossfade, and then I think we called it minigun spin, finish off your quotation marks, close your parentheses, and put a semicolon. So get component dot animation dot crossfade dot minigun spin. You don't need to put crossfade. You can just put play if you want, but it's up to you. Crossfade just usually makes swapping between animations a bit smoother. Okay, so now we are going to do pretty much exactly the same thing again, but else if we'll just copy this because I'm really lazy. I don't like typing. I've been typing too much code lately for school, so we'll just copy and paste it, and then I'll just also copy and paste this, including the open and closed brackets, paste that like that. And now in our else if statement, we need to change mouse button down to mouse button up, because when we push in the mouse button, the left mouse button down, we want the animation to play, and then when we let the mouse button back up again, we want the animation to stop. And then just file and save, and it should work. Should be fine. Let's go back and have a look. Let scripts load, and then we should be right, and we'll come into our game, and when we hold down our left mouse button, it only plays the animation once, which is what I was talking about before with the wrap mode. So click on your animation and set it to loop, so that it loops the animation over and over and over again while we're holding the button down. Okay, so go back in, and now if we hold left mouse button down, just hold it down all the time, it'll just keep spinning, and as soon as I let go, it stops. Okay, spin, stop, and we should be able to still kill our enemy. I'll just get him in the middle of the screen. We really need a crosshair. Yep, we killed him. I don't know if I told you or not, but you noticed our scripts from last time. I've put all the scripts in the My Scripts folder now, and in the Raycaster shooting script, I said we might have to do this in the last one. I've changed get button down to just get button. So input.get mouse button, okay? Not get mouse button down for the Raycast shooting script. So just change that, and you should be fine. The reason being, if you don't have just mouse button and you have mouse button down, get mouse button down, you have to keep clicking the left mouse button to fire the raycast to hit the enemy. Whereas if you just have get button, you can just hold the button down and it will just keep shooting out the raycast until you're lined up with the enemy and you can kill him. So I'm just holding it down, I'm just scrolling across, and then he hits the middle of our screen and boom. Well, the ray shooting out the middle of our camera hits him and kills him. Alright, so I think that'll do it for this episode. Yeah, in the next part, I'm going to put some sound on this gun. And yeah, put some sound and a crosshair probably. So have we got an animations folder yet? I'll just drag the new animation into the animations folder, drag the minigun script into my scripts, go to file and save the scene. Just close all this up and we're good to go for next time. Alright guys, I shall see you in part 9 where we'll make the minigun have sound when we shoot. A minigun shooting sound would be good. Hopefully I can find one online for free, which no doubt we probably can. And also, yeah, we'll hook ourselves up with a crosshair so we can actually see where we're shooting. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.